Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 6th of October 2025, Aries. Try not to read too much into other people's words today. You may have spent hours tearing apart every off the cutoff remark. You may build up a wild scenario in your head regarding that person and what he's thinking. Instead of trying to sneak up on the answer through the back door, try the direct approach. Just simply ask the question. Taurus, long-term checks are coming up in the important climax now. The dramatic period is highlighted by the added amount of information being thrown your way. Try to make small adjustments to your direction that incorporate this new information. Be aware of the prevailing winds, and your relationships will be much better off. Gemini, take a break from what you're doing and look at what people are doing around you. Check your plans in relation to those of others and see if there is a way you can combine forces and kill more birds with fewer stones. Cooperation instead of competition is the lesson that needs to be emphasized today. The better you learn this now, the better off you'll be tomorrow. Cancer, get involved with the energy of today so you don't get left out of the loop. Your contribution to the group is so important that you should foster positive relationships among all parties. Think big. You can do no wrong by expanding your mind out of the minds of others. Make a commitment to quench your thirst for knowledge and the freedom through information. Leo, you can add more tools to your toolbox today. Express your concerns and you'll find helpful remedies present themselves. Keep the lines of communication open and let the information flow. There's a great expansiveness that comes when you think of yourself and think big. Don't get bogged down with the emotional side of things. Concern yourself with the facts. Virgo, join others before you make your big travel plans. The smallest idea can be quickly transformed into a huge plan of attack thanks to the prevailing winds of the day. There's a light, communicative feeling in the air, encouraging cooperation. If you find that people are chiming in the group effort, you may want to excuse them from the group. Libra, don't get stuck doing just one thing today. The more varied your activity, the easier it will be for you to integrate different pieces of the puzzle. This is a day to think big. The more you know, the greater an asset you'll be when it comes time to resolve the biggest problems. Learn how to multitask effectively. Scorpio, you might be in a whirlwind today and there will be information buzzing around you that is going here and there. You're the one most perfectly suited to deal with the tone of the day. Stay lively and upbeat. Don't get stuck in anything just particular. Keep the energy moving and the answer will be right there waiting for you. Sagittarius, you might be jumping around today and this is one of the situations in which you don't want to stay in one place for too long. Each place is an individual step that leads to where you want to go. Keep your eyes focused ahead and keep on going. Stagnating will leave you lost in the middle of nowhere. Capricorn, your audience will be attentive to you today. Take the lead and others will follow. Be yourself and project your voice into the auditorium of eager listeners. Information will flow freely and you shouldn't discount any ideas from the peanut gallery. Be open to questions and comments from others. Their participation is vital to your performance. Aquarius, you could feel confident today and you should have a strong idea of exactly what it is you want. Information is power. Others are working to wield power over you. Don't let them get away with it, especially today. Encourage synergistic behavior among all parties. You can accomplish a great deal by working together instead of working against one another. Pisces, your mind will expand today. You'll feel like there's a ton of information crammed into your head that needs processing. Regarding big projects, try to finish them as quickly as you can. The best policy is to pace yourself. If you wait until the last minute to finish, the quality of your work will suffer. Make a plan and maybe even a timeline. Set small deadlines as you go along and everything should be fine. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 6th November 2025. Do have yourself a great and wonderful day.
What a beautiful day in the Helen of the West. Good morning, guys. Welcome to the morning show. My name is Maureen. Let's go on over to our news department. Let's see what we're working with now.
Good morning. Time now for the news with me, Timothy Polion. A new chapter in affordable housing is about to unfold in St. Lucia. Prime Minister Philippe J. Pierre has announced the completion of a US $20 million loan agreement with Taiwan, unlocking major funding that will help hundreds of St. Lucians realize their dream of home ownership.
There was concern about the spread of the interest rates and we have completed that arrangement. And I can tell you that we've agreed on the terms and conditions of the loan from the Taiwanese government to the St. Lucia Development Bank, and the next step is for the agreement to be finalized. The other terms and conditions have been negotiated.
The initiative, managed by the St. Lucia Development Bank, not only delivers on a key budget promise, but also gives new homeowners a welcome boost with an additional $1,000 grant to cover legal fees. Caribbean countries are being warned a massive earthquake could strike at any time, and with it, the deadly threat of a tsunami. On World Tsunami Awareness Day, the United Nations and local agencies like NEMO are urging governments, businesses, schools, and citizens to act now. Investing in preparedness could mean the difference between life and death.
Last week, we had 4 tremors in St. Lucia, registering at 6.7, and that was of a quake in Guadeloupe. Now, tsunamis most times are a result of earthquakes. That's where they come from sometimes, with warning, without warning. And in the community, they develop different signs. For example, if they see the sea is receding, there would be a horn that will be sounded in the community, and everybody will know to drop whatever they're doing and move to the higher ground. And that same practice is being done in Choiseul, where an assessment is being given of the area, persons will be called together, let them know what a tsunami is, how do they get tsunami ready, how you can get buy-in.
In 2015, the Seismic Research Center of the University of the West Indies warned the region to move expeditiously towards building resilience amid predictions that the Caribbean is overdue for earthquakes with a magnitude of 8 or larger. Mr. Shallery stresses the importance of having a plan and being prepared. November marks National Diabetes Awareness Month, and St. Lucians are being urged to take charge of their health by adopting healthy lifestyle habits, knowing their health status, and seeking early detection.
Diabetes is a condition that's affecting everyone. By 2030, the International Diabetes Federation predicts that 1 in 9 persons will be living with diabetes. Back in my younger days, I used to hear that diabetes was something that was affecting somebody, an older person, but now it's like every one of us knows either a close family or close friend who is living with the condition. That being said, we have to take it serious.
As one of the leading causes of death alongside cancer, diabetes requires proactive management to prevent complications. We continue the broadcast with news that energy, innovation, and nostalgia fill the air at the Bocage Secondary School as students transformed their campus into a hub of creativity and enterprise for the school's 30th anniversary. From homemade wines to robots and published books, the Open Day celebration captured the spirit of timeless learning, showcasing how 3 decades of education have inspired generations to dream, build, and lead.
This milestone marks a significant achievement for us in our commitment to excellence in education as well as economic development, as well as community development, because persons from Bocage Secondary School, persons who have passed from Bocage Secondary School, have made significant contributions to their communities and by extension St. Lucia. And of course, these persons also have contributed to our school community, and they continue to do so through their talents, through their skills, through their finances.
The actual anniversary is today, Thursday, the 6th of November 2025. Later today, students and staff will attend an ecumenical service, which will be followed by a talent show. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Join us at noon for our next news major, the Lunchtime Report. I'm Timothy Polion. Good morning.
Thanks, guys. Let's take a break. We'll be back. How privileged we were to catch up with this awesome lady from out of Barbados. She's on the island in St. Lucia, and boy, she has a wealth of knowledge. Her practice, is innovative, and we were able to learn a little bit about something new. Well, at least for me, and maybe for you viewing as well. Well, in our line of work, in my line of work, we know we get to do things, we get to meet amazing people. And I get excited every time I meet persons like Carol here. Carol is a wellness coach, practitioner. She's also the proprietor and the CEO of Three Hearts Healing out of Barbados. And I connected with Carol and I thought, what an interesting woman. And I said, we have space and room for you here, darling, because she introduced some things that I never heard about before. And you know what? It certainly is a privilege to connect with her again outside of that forum, but to also learn more and to also share with you more about what it is that Carol does at her practice. I'm particularly interested in tomography. That's the term. Now, you've got to break it down. Welcome to St. Lucia.
Thank you. No worries at all. I'm happy to be here. Tomography for us is it's an early warning system. Okay, early warning system really meant to help persons take better control of their health, right? So what it does is it's an infrared, so it's an imaging technology. Nice. It uses an infrared camera, and what that camera does is it maps the heat patterns and blood flow in the body that kind of gives you an idea of what is happening. That may be linked to inflammation. Right. It may actually be linked to the fact that there's congestion in the body. And it may also be a situation where the body, it will show you exactly how the body is functioning. Not where, sometimes we wait until we're ill to figure out what's happening. No. What tomography does is that it practically guides you as to what is the functioning state of your body so you can prevent it before it gets to illness. So we often say the body whispers before it shouts. Right. Tomography is that tool to help you manage those whispers before it shouts, right? So what does that look like for the average individual? And so we find, so in my practice, which in Barbados, we find that there's a lot of inflammation. Now we know that inflammation is at the base of most pathology, right? Yeah. And why are we there? Sometimes it's the diet, sometimes it's the environment, sometimes it's the stress, and you don't really know where it's happening. So tomography, for example, will tell you where there's strain on the body. It'll tell you if your nervous system is actually overregulated. And also it really helps you map through so you can know what to do. So if, for example, if you did a full body tomography scan, which we will take 40 pictures from the top of your head to your feet, we will look at your carotid artery to the brain, it will look at the thyroids, it will look at pathology in the mouth, it will look at your gut. Is there any dysbiosis in the gut? And we know that 70% of our immune system lies in the gut. So if the gut is off, then generally a lot of your health is off, right? It will look at your musculoskeletal system. So we'll see if there's any imbalance in the body. And if at any point you may be having some discompression, that can lead to pinched nerves. So it looks at just overall like it is an assessment tool. It is not a diagnostic tool. It helps you figure out where you are so that you can map your way forward.
Oh my goodness. Now, how innovative and how helpful is that sort of technology now? How long has it been around?
Well, actually, the technology has been around since the 1980s. It was FDA approved as an adjunctive tool in 1982. So it's not a new technology. It may be new to the region, but it's not a new technology. And why? So in our practice, where we are looking at, from a functional perspective, where we're looking at people's health, managing their health proactively, and really we function on a basis of functional medicine. So it's looking for the causes and the root of the illnesses and symptoms that people are having, rather than just giving you a pill for the symptom. It's really saying what's going on in your body. And so that's why the tool is so important, because it gives you an opportunity to see before the symptoms, sometimes even before the symptoms turn up. Like, for example, if you do a mammogram has to wait until there's actually a lump, a tumor, to be able to see it. Whereas with tomography, it's a physiological tool. So it looks at the changes that's happening before the lump appears, so that you can actually take action long before you need to see a surgeon.
Absolutely.
Right? So that's the focus. How can we help you manage your health through your nutrition? So if, for example, if we did a scan, you would get the results, but you wouldn't just get the results. The important part after you get the results is that consultation that says, look, this is what your body is doing. It's showing that there's too much stress. It is showing that there's dysbiosis in the gut. So here's what you need to do. So we actually then give you a plan
Right.
to address the issue. So, for example, if it said there was dysbiosis in the gut, we would say, okay, your gut, your healthy bacteria is off balance.
Nice.
How can we help you regain balance to that?
Nice.
And so that may look like, reducing the amount of carbs and sugars in your diet, or it may look like adding some fermented foods that help to rebuild the good bacteria in the gut, so that you can systematically know where you're going, and we can help you walk through that. And a lot of it is just using the natural things that God has given us, right? So if it isn't always the medication, and the medication has its purposes. I'm not saying no, but oftentimes what the body's calling for sometimes is a deeper
little love.
a little love.
It's just a little love.
And we can give you the pathway so that you know strategically what exactly your body needs
Now,
in terms
come
of
on.
love.
Now, we need to find you. Where are we finding you?
You can find us. So we have our website. It's the number 3 hearts HEARTS HNC.com. And I'm very open. I'm available on WhatsApp. Area code 246 232 8764. I'm slowing it down so people can get it. Area code 246 232 8764. We'd be happy. We do online consultations as well. We're here in St. Lucia just visiting and seeing what the climate is like, and we're happy to help.
Wonderful. Now, Coral, we probably need to take a trip to Barbados soon, and come to the practice to see how it works. But, that, of course, we put it out to the universe. So maybe you'll see us soon then. But thank you for talking with us. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much for taking the time. And our mission is the same. We want St. Lucians, we want Caribbean people to have better health and to be able to do so in a proactive way, as opposed to just treating disease. We want to make sure that we're guiding them towards wellness.
We will. All right. I love it. Absolutely. One of our creatives has been out there on the music scene, really making some waves. And I think it's only fair that we highlight him so that you can go and be in tune with Lanlawd's movement. Well, man, I'm connected with Lanlawd. Finally, we made that connection, because the only time we've ever really linked up before, it was virtual.
Yes.
Because you're based overseas now.
Yes, I am.
Now, we've got 3 brand new songs we're about to release on us here in St. Lucia. But you know what? For persons who may not know, man, let's take them back to where this all started. You started as Cheryl L. You was working along with Lebo, and
Yes.
you were part of that crew back then, man.
I was, yeah. I started as Cheryl from Monoripo. I used to work with Lebo, also Shane Ross, Sherwin, Dubes, Bryce. I had a record on the radio called Friday. Baby girl, it's Friday. Like that. Just give me my puns, give me my... all these records back in the day. I also won a St. Lucia Music Award for Best New Artist, the only St. Lucia Music Award. So I've been doing it for quite some time, representing for the island,
Fast forward, a lot has happened then, and your music really is taken grounded now. You've been exposed to quite a number of industry players on the international scene as well.
Yes, I have. I was in New York. I did a lot of music over there. I worked in production with Cat DeLuna, with Universal, with Amy Winehouse. Then I moved to Florida and I worked with Grammy-winning producer Nico Rebel. We actually shot a music video out here. Big up Irie Bar in Grosile. And now I'm working with a whole bunch of producers in the reggae industry. I'm also producing my son right now, Akani Malif, and I have my own record label, Lanlawd Records. So it's a lot of works going down right now.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Coming back home, checking out the music scene where we've been, luckily you've also gotten recently, in this era now, to connect with another St. Lucian, Benji, over in the Bahamas as well.
Yes.
You've been doing some work with him as well. Let's talk about that reconnection, now that you're actually out there and being able to reconnect with some of your homeboys, to produce and do the things that you love.
Yeah, well, we just did a record called Don't Go on the Unbothered Rhythm and produced by Benji. So big up Benji. I've been working with him ever since it was time of Tempest. So we've been working together for back in the day. So it's a joy right now. Both of us are elevating in the game, and we could work together being from the island. It's really great, connecting with the island. I also am an entrepreneur. I have a CMOS company with my brother. So I do all of the distribution out in Hollywood, Florida. So I've been like connected to the soil, and now I even want to be more connected to the soil with RCI, with Marine, with DBS. So I'm very happy to like be embraced. You know what I mean? Yeah.
What is the future immediately? Well, these 3 songs are out now. I guess you've been working on them. You're planning to put visuals together for the 3 of them, which you plan to do here. But what else in the pipeline? What can we look forward to future-wise?
You could look forward to a lot of music. I have a project coming out early this year. I'm working on a project with my son, Akani Malif. I'm producing his records. I'm also doing something called Yardman Things every Thursday, where I do reggae renditions. So if you're into old school reggae and want some education of your favorite hits, you know, I also do that every Thursday. I do motivational Mondays as well. So you could follow me on social media. But there's a lot of music and a lot of visuals coming through.
Right. Your son is only 8, isn't it?
Yes, he's only 8 and he's phenomenal. He has such a good ear. He writes his own records. He's about to start producing his own records. So look out for him. He's the first artist on my record label. So I'm pretty excited, you know?
Nice.
Yeah.
You said follow you on social media. Can you throw the handles?
Yes, you could follow me at Lanlawd, LANLAWD _ on Instagram, LANLAWD on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and you could get my music on all of the streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, all over.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Manners and respect, man. Big up you.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. You already know St. Lucia Landlord. Okay!
On again, the 15th. What are you doing on the 15th? Well, the Compre girls, they've got 8 contestants this time around, and they're back at it again. Beltifi Compre is on the 15th.
Bonjour tout le monde. Non, moi c'est Chloé Alexander. Moi sorti 4 vocational. I'm contestant number 1.
Bonjour tout le monde. Non, moi c'est Brianna Bryan. Moi can represent from the I am contestant number 2.
Bonjour tout le monde. Non, moi c'est Jamie Mondesi, and I'm in Form 1, Room 10. Come support me at the Beltifi Pageant 2025. I'll see you there.
Bonjour tout le monde. Non, moi c'est Kayla Francis, representing For Business. I am contestant number 5.
Bonjour tout le monde. Moi c'est Adisa Panfier, a proud Form 4 science student ready to show you what I'm made of at the Beltifi Compre Pageant 2025. I am contestant number 6.
Bonjour tout le monde. Non, moi c'est Nubia Isaac, a proud Form 4 general student. I am contestant number 7.
Bonjour tout le monde. Non, moi c'est Carissa William. Moi can represent for vocational, a pageant Beltifi Compre, and I am contestant number 8.
Well, you've met the contestants, and now it's time to find out, because you're excited right now, and we want to know when this is happening, where it's going down. I'm excited pretty much, Shalon, because the last time we did this, we had about 5 or 4 contestants. I'm looking at 8 contested this time around. So definitely something happened between the last time we had this and now. So the ladies are excited that they're here. No, oh God, you have your work cut out for you. But that's your field, so I'm not worried about you at all. Tell me about the preparation for the Beltifi, innit?
Yes, Beltifi Compre 2025.
Nice.
So this year we had 14 students audition. 14 students.
Wow.
And we had our task cut out for us. So we chose 8 out of the 14. So the students were really excited. They came out in their numbers, and here we have our 8 lovely, beautiful young ladies.
Wonderful. So we come into when the pageant is going to be and where people can buy tickets, because I need people can come. It is open, right?
Yes.
Right. We come in. We go tell all of that in a minute. But I just wanted to get a sense as to, why the pageant was started. Of course, it's Creole, and it's a way to keep the culture alive and to keep the kids in tune with the culture as well. But, from the school standpoint, the importance of ensuring that an initiative like this, is honed and is kept.
Yes, well, with pageantry, all the benefits that come with pageantry, teaching the young ladies grace, how is it that they're able to speak properly. So we just looked at all the holistic aspects of pageantry that we want to implement and have our young girls develop this year.
Right. Now, you must have been excited as part of the committee. I know last year you guys were trying to get them, come on girls, come on board. What do you think changed that made so many persons sign up this time?
I think seeing the pageant last year and how a success it was really successful last year. So the girls were really interested that they really came out to show their talent this year.
Well, now let's get into it. When is it happening? Where we getting tickets? What time we coming out from? You know, what can we expect on the night?
All right. So we're going to come out on the 15th of November. That's on Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Tickets are available at the school and from the contestants as well. $30 adults and $20 for students.
Nice. And we can come out from what time again?
5:30.
5:30. All right, we're coming out a little early. Of course, we're going to have eats and drinks. We can support the school.
Live entertainment, come out support. It's also an initiative under the CCSS Global Alumni, our first initiative. So come out and support our young ladies and CCSS.
And you know your girl is going to be there. So I don't know where you're looking to be on the 15th, but I'll be here. You understand? Here I am battling with this male wind. But you know what? That is all the joy and beauty of being an island girl. You know what I'm saying? Going out. And you know what? Maybe spend some time really indulging in the luxuries that is afforded to you for free that other people have to pay for. Going out. Feel the breeze. Smell the air. Just have some fun today. Enjoy your day. See you guys tomorrow.